First day of school today for Homer Center School District. Somehow at 8:10 in the morning, he doesn't have any emergencies to quash, and so he's with us. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Happy times at Homer Center. The school is back in session. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Todd.
It's good to have you with us here today. Everything going smoothly so far?
Hey, we put out 3 fires before the kids even arrived, so we're good to go, Todd. We got the kids in, and everything's going fine so far, and we're excited to have them back and get back to education.
Well, when you say we put out 3 fires, the way fire things have been going, and of course your history as a firefighter, you really almost have to clarify that, but it's good that you're able to get the school going without any major incidents so far today, but looking forward to a whole year. And you're right, it finally gets to be about education as much as it is about other issues this year, and that's different from last year, isn't it?
Oh, it is. I think everybody's excited. We're being cautious, but we're optimistic, and so we're everybody's excited to welcome the kids back and actually see what they look like this year, and so they're excited, we're excited, and we're looking forward to one of the best years we've ever had. We're we've learned a lot of lessons, and we think there's a lot of things that we learned last year that are going to help us make better experiences for our kids this year. So, we're really excited to be started.
Well, schools had to adapt on the run, actually, through the course of last year and even the end of the previous school term, too, for 2020. And therefore, you have a lot of things in place now that maybe at this time last year you did not. And you've learned a lot. The processes have gone on. Are there things that people will notice that are different about Homer Center this year?
No, I think that, we're still emphasizing good health hygiene, Todd, probably more so than ever in the past, as far as we're doing in the high school. We have wall-mounted units that we can temperature check every student in a matter of a millisecond when they come in the door. And so we'll see that, we're still emphasizing, hand sanitation and things like that. And so this good health hygiene, regardless if it's for COVID, the flu, or just anything else that you would encounter. So I think that's really the biggest change you're going to see, from pre-COVID to now. Other than that, we're trying to run school as normally as we possibly can.
One of the things that all school districts had to overcome last year was how to handle lunch periods, and so you had to come to some sort of way to do that at Homer Center too. Everything the same after you did all of that work last year?
Yeah, we're back at Homer Center. We're back in the cafeteria. That's great, because I know last year trying to schedule, we ate in our gym and cafeteria because they're side by side, and that was, the kids adjusted well and it worked for us, under the circumstances. But I'm elated that we're back in the cafeteria for now, and so what we did last year did work, but it did create a lot of stress on, I couldn't have gym classes over lunch periods and things like that. But overall, we adapted and we adjusted, and but I'm thrilled that we're back in the cafeteria, at least for now.
Jody Rainey is with us. He's the principal of Homer Center High School. We have been talking with other school districts about adapting and taking some of the things that were learned and some of the technologies that were adopted within the school district during the pandemic and making them a part of the regular school curriculum and the way you go about doing things. And much of it has to do with technology and expanded capabilities. I'm sure that you've integrated some of those things into the regular school year now, too, haven't you?
Oh, absolutely, Todd. I think for us, at the end of last year, before the teachers left, I met with a large majority of them individually, and I asked them the question, if going across the bridge of COVID, what do we carry with us that's going to help us just be better and more effective, and moving forward in the future, and what are we leaving behind the bridge? And overwhelmingly in the high school, our teachers talked about Google Classroom. Last year we did a lot of synchronous learning, asynchronous learning, but to help kids organize, being able to post lessons, and even if it's at the end of the day, a kid that was absent, okay, he can go on and maybe he's not fully caught up, but he's close to being on target when he returns with his peers. So another field trips or whatever it may be, parents can also then have an access to know what it is that their kids are doing every day in all the classes. So overwhelmingly for us, it was Google Classrooms, and all of our teachers. We have a standardized format, so it isn't like, well, this teacher does it this way, this teacher does it that way. And even I think for the kids' perspective, that's something that they relied on heavily as a resource, and it will assist them moving forward. So that would be our big one for Homer Center High School.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to ask you to switch hats now and put on the other HC hat, the Heritage Conference hat. I'm sure that you're thrilled about the fact that the high school sports seasons are underway. Football tomorrow night, and the Heritage Conference welcoming Cambria Heights in as the conference continues to evolve, and it has to be really exciting for you as the president of the Heritage Conference to watch all this unfold.
That's exciting. I mean, it's a lot of work, and last year I thought did an excellent job not only at the Heritage level but district level as well. And a lot of new faces this year in the Heritage around the table in our committee meetings between some newer principals, some new ADs. So they're pitching in, and the thing that I'm really excited about is, again, just a sense of normalcy. We hope we can maintain it. We have to be smart in how we go about our business, but I'm real excited. And Cambria Heights, you said welcoming them in, and we'll go one further. Homer Center gets to welcome them in because they're traveling here tomorrow night to play us in football. So we'll find out. We know they're good, and I think a lot of people look at that, Todd, and they know, like, Cambria Heights is still not the biggest school in our conference as far as enrollment for boys. And so a lot of people kind of question, well, they're so big, they are one of the bigger schools in our conference, but they're not the biggest. And you know what? It's about experiences for kids, for communities. That's the Heritage Conference stands for. We will always stand for that. And so, I'm very excited. I think Cambria Heights is going to bring a lot to the table for us. And then even next year, picking up Portage, I think that's just going to be a phenomenal addition, and it's just going to make our conference stronger.
Absolutely. All right, so the seasons are underway. We will catch up with you again. I want to thank you for taking some time out of what has to be a really busy morning, the first day of school at Homer Center. Jody Rainey, thanks again for joining us.
Oh, thanks, Todd. Looking forward to talking to you as the year progresses.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160.